member on our website, overtake.gg.
Premium members enjoy extra benefits such as an ad-free browsing experience, special community deals, discounts, and OverTake Turbo, which provides setups, coaching, and one free esports setup per month powered by Track Titan.
Another cool feature are community reviews, so you can have a chance to contribute and share your opinion on not yet released hardware or games.
Join as a premium member on overtake.gg for just €1 a month.
Hey, good evening, how are we doing? Welcome to this Racing Club livestream here on this Friday. Hope you're all good. We'll have Spa and Hypercars, and I'm still super afraid of Hypercars, to be honest, because if you underdrive them, they kill you, and if you overdrive them, they kill you even more. So, chilling is also not an option. You have to push kinda, but still keep it safe, because this tire model is still so crucial, and yeah, let's see how our friends here in the Racing Club will manage that today. So yeah, let me know where you're watching from today, and yeah, we are just about to jump into the game, really. We have a little practice still for, I think, like 10 minutes, and then we're jumping into the qualifying straight away. And yeah, I think we have a good mix of cars. We can jump in game as soon as I'm ready here. You can already see Ferraris, Peugeots, Toyotas, a lot of Ferraris actually, and Aston Martins. Yeah, I had a good day so far. Spent yeah, noon and late morning on the Nordschleife. I was car spotting a little bit, if you've seen our Instagram story. It was quite nice. I saw Max Verstappen. I saw the BMW touring car. Not the touring car, but the GT3 touring, like the wagon, the M3 wagon. I think it's called M3 Touring 24 Hours or something. But yeah, that was quite nice. And yeah, of course, we saw the Fanatec car with Jimmy, Misha, and Steve, and Manu Metzger. It was also quite nice. So yeah, let's jump in game, actually. Let's see. We are still in practice for 9 minutes, so I can get a few... Yeah, get the car dialed in, a little bit of qualifying. I drove like 3 laps here already with the race setup, and would be nice actually to get a little bit of a qualifying impression. Yeah, the good part is we are using tire warmers to not overwhelm anyone. Yeah, good track grip and all of that, but it's still tricky. Okay, Oliver Bruns quite close already here with a 2:03.9. Let's watch his car actually. Was he still sitting in the pits? Yeah, that's the car. Can we see it? kind of cannot see it because it's, I don't know. Ah, it's the placeholder car. Yeah, I gotta join the track, then I can see the cars probably. Yeah, 9 minutes left, so I'll run a proper qualifying simulation now. Let's see. That's, by the way, my livery for today. The Toyota Castro looks beautiful, like real nice. We also have our OverTake livery that you see in the thumbnail, but I thought this time it's time for another livery. This Castro classic livery is also just beautiful. Okay. Oh, Pinella's also here. He's a quick one in the Ferrari. He's been part of many Gallias as well. I think he also drove in the AMS2 event not that long ago. Okay, let's see. So first of all, I want to check the motor map. I think 60 is super good on the Toyota on Spa, so it's always balanced. And otherwise, I don't vary that much. I found the car to be pretty stable with the setup I have. Not too sure on the tire choice. It will probably be mediums for the race and keep one tire for the whole race. It's a 1 hour race, by the way. But that's like really good. Getting out of the pits with tire warm. As you can see here in the tire temps, we are leaving the pits with like 70 degrees. That's really, really helpful. So anyone already watching from the US, you are probably still in the middle of your workday, usually. Europe just ending dinner and yeah, getting started for the weekend. It will be a nice racing weekend. Tomorrow NLS, Sebring 12 hours. Whoa, car got unstable here on the front. A little bit too quick on corner entry. It's super dangerous. That's quite crucial here. T13, T14, the chicane. Just keep it at the curbs. It's the best advice, but not on the curbs, just at the curbs. And here in Stavelo, it's also so crucial to have the correct apex towards corner exit. Otherwise, you have to lift it a little bit and you lose a lot of time going to Blanchimont here. And then one of the most crucial braking points. Yeah. yeah. You saw the rear was locking actually, and yeah, we just prevented losing the car, but it was quite close. But yeah, that's what practice is for, is get back into the feeling. I always need like minimum of 15 minutes when I enter the rig in these cars to get back to it, kinda. Yeah, Radion Rouge is so crucial. You can easily throw the car here, and if you just lose a tiny bit of aerodynamic pressure, it is just over. So here you can like really nicely lock in to the curb a little bit, like the gutter run, what I call it. And then here, just let the car fall into this. It's a less crucial part of the track. I don't have too many issues here with car being not stable or anything. Then use all the track on the right hand side. Then yeah, Pouhon, just touch enough curb to maximize the track width, but not too much, because the penalty can be quite strict if you extend the track in Pouhon. And then we are back here, trying this in third gear. Right occasion exit. Yeah, the soft has pretty good performance, but not long term, so probably it's not too easy to keep this soft alive for a whole race, 1 hour race. or 2 Aston Martins here cruising down Spa-Francorchamps. We braked super late, nice. Oliver Bunz. Oh yeah, that's a new lap record here for the practice. Can we do one more? Yeah, probably. Quite good exit out of this one. And there was a better run this time. Yeah, if you want to be part of the LMU races, they are in this time slot, I think, now every week. So Friday, 8 p.m.-ish CET. So if you want to join the fun, there's a link in the video description down below. They are also all in voice, like they are all talking. I'm pretty much the only one who's alone here, streaming for you. Otherwise I would also hang out there. Yeah, and I think that's quite helpful because we have so many different skill levels and helpful people helping with setup tips and just general driving tips. So that could be a really good starting point. This is what I talked about. It's getting yellow and orange quite harshly in this one. Yeah, this would be a good starting point if you've ever always thought like, hey, the Hypercars or in general LMU, I don't really have a starting point to start racing with people, and the daily races are too stressful. And I think the racing club is really where it's at. And yeah, as I already saw so many familiar names, like these guys are not only racing LMU, they are pretty much racing Assetto Corsa, AMS2. And R-Factor 2 is also still a thing in the racing club. Well, I will bring the car back to the pits now. It's just 1 minute left. Don't want to extend the track time too much here. Okay, yeah, pit. Oh, I was speeding in the pit, I think. Well, it was just a warning. I'm not disqualified yet. That happened to people, by the way. Being disqualified in the practice. Well... but I hope we'll be fine. Okay. Yeah, let's see if everyone already showed their real performance. I can imagine that Ignacio, he's a pretty quick one, usually. But yeah, what sort of plans do you have for the weekend? Are you watching Motorsports? Are you watching Sebring? Are you watching NLS tomorrow morning? I guess NLS is tricky for the US folks, because it's quite during the night for you guys, right? I think it starts 10, 11-ish my time, so it would be 4 a.m. Eastern time, and probably even like late or midnight in on the West Coast. At least the race will happen tomorrow. The weather looks way, way better. And yeah, we got... an announcement for Assetto Corsa Evo. A new car was announced. The Ferrari 280 GTO, I think. Yeah, no, 288 GTO. I think that was the first V8 twin turbo or something of Ferrari. That's super cool. Okay, here we go. Quali starts. Let's see if we can grab some fresh tires. They look good. I will just reload the quali setup. Yeah, it's just 10 minutes qualifying, and then we are straight jumping into the race, the 1 hour race. So yeah, it's a private qualifying, so we won't have any cars in our way. And as the tire is already preheated, that is comfortable. So we can push from lap 2 on, basically, I hope. Yeah, let's work with the energy, 60 kilowatts. So state of charge should be around 50% always. Oh my god, I never experienced so much bite out of the pits. The car just works. Wow. Okay, let's see. Can we already Yeah, we can fully attack Rouge here, that's nice. Okay, 305, 6, 7. Ooh. Yeah, 307. I just want to memorize that because whenever we have aero damage, I can check if that's bad aero damage or not. If it loses us a lot of top speed. I mean, Spa has really all sorts of corners. That's why everyone loves it, I guess. So much variety in terms of the corners, and just feels good, this track. It has a nice flow. That's why it's an evergreen. It was Michael Schumacher's favorite track. He won his first Formula 1 Grand Prix here in the Ardennes. It's not too far from my home, actually, Spa. It's just, I think, 120 kilometers or so. Okay. I can do 4 more laps. Let's see if we can even get 4 or only 3. Yeah, already messed up the entry for the first flying lap. Still too much energy. Don't want to end up with 100%. Yeah, it was not perfect. Yeah, let's just keep it safe and calm for the first one. To have a lap at least. And then we can still see. Oh, purple S1. But probably not many cars have passed us yet. Safe and smooth through here. Patience, patience, patience. And then go, give it a go. Don't touch too much curb, because curbs usually slow down the car quite a lot in LMU. I felt like more than in most of the other sims. Especially with the Hypercars, you don't want to really touch too much curb. On the outsides where you are accelerating kinda. Oh, rotates nicely here. Okay, that was a good exit this time. Let's see what we got. Right. 2 minutes 2 is not too bad, actually. There's a little bit more in this, probably. The Toyota is, by the way, far from being the meta car, I would say. I don't know, in Spa it's, I think, the Ferrari. It's a little bit dancey. Not enough cojones. Yeah, that's a common thing for me, to have the mindset of going into a chill lap. And then it's actually faster than the committed lap. Interesting. purple sector 2, but... Oh, the gap looks good so far. We can probably get 2 more laps, so that fits. I never really get the exit from the bus stops. Always losing so much time there. It was a good entry, but slower exit somehow. Yeah, so really, the final turn and turn 1 are still a big mystery sometimes to me. Okay, SO state of charge looks good. Where's the chat today? Hello, chat. Committed. That was a good one. It was a bit slower, but it's okay. Really finding the recipe. That was already a tad quicker. Except the one. I couldn't carry this over. It's probably slower in. No, it didn't help. Still, Delta goes up like crazy. What did I do in the first lap? Holy moly. Okay, final attempt. Good morning. I don't need a pit stop. I feel the tires already getting worse. So probably the medium is really the good choice for the race. Australia. Nice. Yeah, tire is really already. It's only really alive for 2 laps, and then once you cross 95% of the tire, it's already starting to perform less. What is the outside temp? 22. Okay, 22. Okay, 22 and yeah, 37. Okay, let's roll over. But still, looks like we have the pole, regardless, by 1.5 seconds. I expected people like Pinella maybe being a little bit faster. He was always big competition, but maybe he will unlock his pure power in the race then. You would be racing, but you can't race. Ah, yeah. I know this problem. Yeah. You mean the cat, right? No, just kidding. Actually, my sim rig itself is pretty on the silent side, so it's not doing a lot of noise. The loudest noise really is the vibrating active pedal. I know, weird flex, but I have a slight engine rev effect added to it, so it is a bit more realistic. It gives me the sensation of yeah, there is some revs happening in the car, and that's the loudest noise that it does. Yeah, I'm back in the Toyota finally. Whenever I race alone, I can run Toyota, but Chris is also in Toyota. But let's actually. Ah, did it? Here it is. Castrol this time. Yes, classic Toyota Castrol, like the Supra back then or the Shady cars. Really nice. I wish I had a 5090 to have some better graphics. But I have to lower them quite a bit on triples. Okay, let's get the race set up. Yeah, it always makes sense, from my experience, to start with a full tank. Because if you start with a lower virtual energy counter, you will lose more time in the pits, that you are not faster with lower fuel, if that makes sense. So if I would now start with like 70%, I would have to refuel more virtual energy at my pit stop. So that wouldn't make too much sense, unfortunately. So we are still faster on track, just driving longer. You know what I mean? But yeah, here we go. Let's check actually who's in the. Yeah, we have a Peugeot next to us. That's Burton. And then several Ferraris, Aston Martins, and then Chris as well in the Toyo. There's no GT3s. It's a single hypercar field this time. I think, yeah, but actually I don't know. We will do more multi-class events when the population gets a bit better in those events. So yeah, sign up for the next one. It's like every Friday now. Yeah, we had paused our LMU Racing Club for a while, and just got it back yesterday, last week. So people seem to not have picked it up yet. But that's why I'm streaming as well, to remind you that it exists and that you should sign up for the next one. So yeah, it's really intended to be also somewhat beginner friendly. We don't want aliens. We don't want this to be an esports competition. It's more like for people to hang out, to exchange their knowledge, to learn also these cars. It will not be Hypercars every week, so we will also have GT3. Oh yeah, Sebring, we should definitely race that as well. Looking forward to that, actually. You know my favorite track. Haven't been doing it too much in a hypercar, actually. Okay, so the first braking zone is super tricky because you're at 100% state of charge, and this will lock the brakes so bad.
Green flag, green flag.
Let's just survive T1 and then see. That worked well. Nice. The tires looks good. Don't kill it in the first one. LMP2 and GT3 teams, yeah. Why not? We don't have to run hypercars every single time in these events, so I would also be open to run a GT3 car, maybe in Sebring. Might be way more chilled, especially Sebring. I experienced how exhausting that was with the AMS2 event. Oh, Burton really late on the brake. Yeah, first lap, even though we have tire warmers, the brake also has to heat up. The tire pressure has to come to life. I will show you 2 corners that are super tricky sometimes, where you have to be super cautious to not do something wrong. I will show you those on the next lap, because I crashed my car multiple times there. Oh, that would be interesting indeed. GTE versus GT3? Would be actually quite cool idea also for the racing club, if it's possible even. I don't know if you can set it up. Like different years? I don't know if it should be possible, right? Different years? As I saw also Peugeot's wingless and wing versions. Okay, so the first one is now coming up. Oh, and this is the next one here, this right-hander. Either you don't touch the curb at all, or if you like have to vary your line, fully commit for the curb, because if you just touch it halfway on the right side, your car will flip and you will completely unbalance the car, and you will, in 99% of the cases, lose it. And the next one is this, and it's the exact same story. Don't touch it halfway. The same story basically. It's also right-hander, curb on the right side, kind of a, yeah, I would say 70-80 degree corner, 60, 70, 80, like this. Yeah, we first planned to have this race ending with rain, but people didn't really love it.
That time was a 2:03.47.
Yeah, R Factor 2 is probably only being serviced at this point. I don't think that they will develop a lot of new stuff for it. Oh, it would be nice though. It's a hidden gem still. And it's still part of their online racing platform, so... Yeah, I mean, if they are really torn to deliver only ACO compliant stuff in LMU, maybe it'd be nice to have R Factor 2 as a kind of, I don't know, Porsche Cup GT4 is that stuff. But I first would love to see historic content for LMU. I think the next big step would be the 2026 content for the Ultimate. And then I would love to see some historic stuff in between. Why not starting with the roots of Le Mans? Like something like Le Mans 66. I mean, we have all the reference, we have the movie, many people love this stuff. But how cool would be Le Mans 66 in LMU? But yeah, they have to prioritize probably. As it will certainly not be worth the effort for them, because not many people will race this stuff for a longer time, so yeah, don't know.
That time was a 2:03.39.
Oh, we're running out of state of charge here. What do we do? 60? I think 60 is pretty much... Is the guy here in the chat, by the way, that talked about to me about Crimson Desert? Turns out it's not that of a great game, no? I saw the reviews, it looks quite... meh. Just a bit of a shame. That looked so promising. On another note, it's Steam sale right now. There are also some great deals on sim racing. AMS2 is highly discounted again. Even Le Mans Ultimate. We have an article on sim racing or racing game specifics for the Steam sale on OverTake.gg. If you have not completed your sim racing collection, this curb is not supposed to be taken. It might be worth checking that out. My goodness me, 7 seconds lead already. But looks like 2 to 7, they have a pretty good battle going on. 2 to 6 at least. Whoa. I mean, they will work on something. They have a quite big development team, I think. So either they are already working on the next game, R Factor 3, question mark. I mean, Stephen Hood kind of confirmed R Factor 3 being more than an idea, if I remember correctly, in one of our interviews. But I guess the next big steps are the Ultimate Career Mode, 2026 content, as well as the console version. I think that's their next big milestone. That's a big market that's going to open up. And you have to get that right, really. And most importantly, it has to feel good on a controller. And I had people telling me that LMU drives quite nicely with a controller. That might not be the biggest issue. I have to try that at one point. Okay, the first 10 minutes are done. We have a 9-second gap, oh my goodness me. But Pinella is catching up. As I told you, he will find some pace, so you shouldn't feel too comfortable. And mistakes happen so easily in these cars, so... We're running pretty constant 2 or 3 threes. It's not a championship race. It's just Racing Club casual casual Friday, so to speak. So the guys in our racing club organized this Hypercar Spa race. And I think everyone is in the learning phase a little bit. Since the tire update, I think Hypercars are not what you would call a beginner car for sim racers, so it's yeah, a mixed field basically of experienced drivers, but also people who want to get comfortable with these hypercars. Oopie. Yeah, as soon as you hit the 95%, you can feel already like very fine nuances of the tire not being as capable anymore as in the 95 to 100 area. So it punishes certain moments where you drive on the limit. That would be nice. $1 billion. Yeah, it's a hosted race, yeah. It's not a daily race or something. I also found the daily races this week are not too exciting. Would have loved that they have a bit more spring.
That time was a 2:04.07.
Okay, we're in the 204s now. Should still be able to manage some 203s. Virtual energy is still very low. I lowered to 40 kilowatts now. Also, if you have any questions related to sim racing, be it hardware or Llama Ultimate or the cars, let me know. Yeah, well, I'm here to help. Ooh. No, okay, we can still carry this down. A little bit too much curb on the right hand side. You just want to clip it slightly to give the car a little hint towards the correct direction, but not hit it too much. Same here, like you use the outside curb before to push the car a little bit. And here you short shift slightly to get enough rotation and to match the speed of the exit to go full throttle. A little bit late. Still survived. Okay, back in the 203s, nice. Yeah, but now the Toyota works nicely. I tried it on the mall after we've done the 12-hour race in the Cadillac, and it was pretty scary. Okay, 43% SOC, so we can probably leave it at that for a little while. Yeah, smooth driving is what it requires, really. But I'm getting more and more used to the limits of the new tire. Is it still a new tire at this point? I mean, it was 4 weeks ago, what? Still, yeah, Hypercars to F1, still very different. I mean, open wheel cars. Still have quite a different balance, I'd say. But it's certainly closer than a GT3 car, that's for sure. Maybe somewhere in between. Picture the difference from GT3 to Hypercars, and then this is the same step towards Formula 1 then again. Just a bit faster, even more aero. Even more important to be good on the brakes. But this will certainly prepare you. Especially braking wise, like if you... I mean, this is really the most crucial part is the braking. They don't have ABS, so that's extra tricky. That means if you brake too much or too hard, the car is pretty much gone. Whereas the GT3 would still like get you into the ABS zone and save you from that. Yeah, also the top speed in Formula 1 is way, way higher, right? And I mean, yeah, the faster you approach the braking zone, the better reaction time or the better sense of speed and braking you have to have. That's why it's always advisable to start with something slow, like a Mazda Miata, the MX-5 Cup or GR86 Cup. So you can focus way more on the braking zone and get that right. I mean, yeah, even in the official F1 game, I think if you drive without aids, it can snap a lot the rear. Get the snap of oversteer moment. Okay, what does the energy say? We have to higher it again. It's 70% now on the Camel Straight. It's the curb I mentioned. That was a bit too much contact. But I realized it in the moment and I got on the throttle a bit later. And that was perfect execution here. Just let the curb flick the car a little bit to the left and then let it roll for a bit and then on throttle as soon as you think you can make it. Yeah, learning this fundamental of having the patience to let the car just roll sometimes has helped me so much in the last year. I was always the guy that thought, hey, I need to be on throttle or on the brake. But just letting the car go sometimes through specific corners, especially true on the Nordschleife as well, but also here. That was a pretty good exit now.
Lap 2:03.83.
Little lockup. But somehow this helped me to get a better exit speed. Yes, it's still a mystery. La Source is still an absolute mystery. I have to check some data. and compare my line to others and my braking. Because whenever I felt like, okay, that was not great, I gained time. Yeah, that's a pretty cool car, indeed. I haven't seen this in the daily online racing yet, the Ferrari. Would be pretty nice for online daily race. Yeah, I'm also surprised to see this consistency, actually. But it somehow feels pretty good. Maybe it's because we have the grip at saturated. I think saturated grip means that the track has been running already for an hour or so with cars on it. I think they did this to make it a bit easier for everyone, but yeah, it kind of makes the driving a bit more close to what the Hypercar was before the update. Because if you usually drive online races and stuff, and also versus AI, it is mostly the medium or the heavy grip. I think saturate, and we have tire warmers as well. I mean, that only helps for the start, pretty much. But especially on Spa, I also kind of learned what to not do to unsettle the car. So steering is also a key part, to not be too pushy with the steering wheel. $400 time. Oh my goodness me. I mean, yeah, AMS2's time model has its trait, certainly, being a bit more floaty than others. But as soon as you drive where it should be, kind of, you know, it feels actually alright. But yeah, as soon as you push a little bit too much, it will create this floaty feel, which people don't like. I know that feeling, Shielder. When I started practicing yesterday, you should have seen my first few laps. It is grace. So I right now need to go through at least 30 to 40 minutes of practicing before I can get somewhat confidently and safe through the track. Spa is a bit easier, but other tracks are super tricky. Sebring, for example. Oh boy. Bahrain can also be pretty tricky. Hey, ex-driver. How we doing? But Burton and Pinella seem to have a pretty good fight. They are, well, it's just 0.4 of a second. Very close to each other. We are now in a situation where the tire wear kind of equalizes the fuel that we lost, so the car is lighter and more performant. That leads to like pretty consistent lap times, because the one factor equalizes the other. So the lighter car just has some better corner speed, with the tire capability going down, but this kind of is still in the same vein. We can still run 2-minute freeze. It's even so good to a point that I think closer to the pit stop we should be able to run the fastest lap time. Friday feelings, nice. I got some work to do actually, because I'm right now reviewing a Screamer. Just since yesterday. The new game from Milestone. It's pretty interesting. But obviously I can't tell you too much because embargo. But I will probably get a few hours in. If you heard of that game. Ooh. That was almost a spin. So much for my good lap time. Oh, state of charge is wonderful. We are now in a 50% corridor every time I pass the start-finish straight. Yeah, in this sector the car is super quick now. You can see it in the delta how this lateral speed just increased so much due to the car being lighter. Nice. Oh, Pinella snatched P2 from Burton. If I can finish this without a mistake, there will be a long way to go for Pinella. Man, I wish I could be more consistent here. Towards Stabilo, lost a bit of time. This could still be the new fastest lap. Car's in a very good condition currently. goodness me.
That time was a 2:03.17.
Okay, 8 more laps. Yeah, towards the end of the race, like in 30 minutes from now, or let's say 28 minutes, it will get more and more tricky attacking the Radillon. And if you mess up the Radillon or Eau Rouge, you usually end in the wall and race is over, so it's a big, big risk factor still, even though we have a 30-second lead almost. Because if you just mess it up once, it can ruin your whole race. Hello, O Sander. Welcome to this live stream. Happy Friday. Yeah, we're about to lap the first guys. Soonish. Yeah, we are back in the low 203s, nice.
2:03.24.
I still don't get this exit. Hello, Fosky! Fosky Fro 44, welcome. Oh, yeah, this is what I mean. Like, oh, the front end is getting... If you have a little bit too much steering angle there, it's getting hairy. Man, this is the first time this race I've seen on the car. Bates from the US. Yeah. Shit. Oh no, Bates, I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. What happened? Oh, what happened? I kind of... don't know. I don't have a front end anymore. Yeah, we need to call repairs. And we need 53%. Yeah, oh my goodness me, we don't have front tires anymore. Okay, yeah, so this race just got more interesting. Yeah, Bates, I'm very sorry, but I don't know really what happened. It was a very strange situation. I just wanted to somehow get past him and my god. So this is yeah, without front wheels it's kinda hard to maneuver around. So can we safely get through here? Yes. Yeah, wow. Yeah, I know the brakes. Yeah, now I speeded in the pit lane as well, I think. Yeah, I know the wheel... the brakes locked, yes, I know that. I even run into that guy. Horrible. Yeah, we have to repair so much damage. I want to quickly rewatch that. I mean, we have enough time now, so I can quickly rewatch my own stream, kinda. See what happened. Man, we were so freaking consistent. Was not even a problem. Yeah, I think I just panicked because he was on the brakes suddenly. Yeah, he like he braked super hard suddenly, and somehow I panicked for no reason because I was on the inside, on the right side of him. No, actually I wanted to. Okay, I know what happened. I wanted to get slightly to the left to get a better apex, and if he would have traveled the speed that he used to travel, it would have worked. Yeah, I bashed him again, right? My goodness me. So then he braked, suddenly he braked super hard. And I panicked, like, I realized I can't make it anymore. I tapped on the brake a little bit too much, it locked up, and boom. We just totally killed him. Yeah, sorry, Bates, that was not really my intention. But, yeah, maybe next time you see the leading car behind you, maybe just give him a little bit more space. Maybe we can agree on that. But yeah, that was not ideal. And that probably cost us the victory. Yeah, it most certainly cost us the victory. There's no way of coming back from this. But let's see, maybe we can still get to the podium or something. Well, that was very unfortunate. Okay, just 1 minute left. At least we can finish the race from. Yeah, shouldn't we get new tires all around? It kinda only changed. Oh no, yeah, that's another issue. I should have paid more attention here to the menu. Man, how can you lead with 30 seconds and then immediately crash into the first back marker you meet on track? That's a shame. And yeah, so we will get fresh front tires and old rear tires. That's also not ideal, but hopefully we can make it work. Okay, we are almost back in charge. Everyone else still has to pit, so there is a chance that we can gain a few positions here and there. Okay, should be good to go in 10 seconds. I mean, yeah, the repairs were extensive. Are we good to go? Yeah. Okay, car's back in action. Even though the front tires... It's interesting that the first tire they repaired, it has cooled down 10 degrees more than the front left. Yeah, okay, let's have a clean... Yeah, we got a drive-through penalty, of course. It was a bit... Yeah, let's get this guy through. It was not so easy to manage the pit entry. Ah, it's Chris, actually. Chris! Oh, Chris also struggling. Yeah. Yeah, true. We are basically in a fight with Bates now. Oh my goodness me, Chris. Also not really know what he's doing. He just told me that he's still very much struggling with his car. Okay, so we're in the battle with Bates now. Nice. So we can rely on a good front end now, but the rear will be twitchy, so that's an interesting balance that we're going to see now. I'm extra cautious. So yeah, the drive-through makes us exercising the pit lane once more. Cool. Wow. That's the problem with the balance being like this with the tires. It is grace. We started so well and now it all falls apart, really. Oh my goodness me. Yeah, well, so maybe in the left 18 minutes we can still catch Bates. That's maybe the only chance that we have.
1.23.
But what on earth did I do with the tires? Okay, let's go. Stop complaining. Just deliver now. Okay, 20 seconds to Bates. Let's try. Oh, the car's so weird. This was the main, number one learning from our Le Mans event. Do never ever change only the front tires. Yeah, it's a complete mess. These cars hate this. Hypercars hate this trick. Just changing the fronts, oh my god. Why did I do this again? How did I end up here? Yeah, oh my goodness me. Do you see that? It's undrivable. It's undrivable. Because the car has front grip and then it suddenly loses rear grip. Because the front end is more capable, so the whole balance of the car is destroyed. I mean, the repair system should take this into consideration, really. If you repair damage and therefore change your front tires, it should give you new rear tires as well, automatically. Because you are already so busy with bringing the car back to the pits. It's something that you usually not think about. Such an edge case. Oh. Yeah, okay. It's just 60 minutes. I will somehow try... Yeah, no chance. It's like you are driving without a wing. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, it's over. I think we can just watch the rest of it. And go into spectator mode. Yeah, the temps were okay. I mean, yeah, we could have tried, but it is just undrivable. Never ever do this. So let's see. This is the leader. Let's get the standings here. Pinella leading the race currently. So they have to pit very soon. Here is Bunz in second place. Yeah, he was second for a longer time. And then Pinella got, yeah, probably more confident over the course of the race. And, yeah, in the meanwhile, has also stronger lap times. If we look at the timing, can we see the lap times? Yes, we can. So, yeah, Pinella's running good. 2:07s in the meanwhile. But still very close, like Bunz has the pace, certainly. Yeah, I could have pitted now, but it wouldn't have made any sense. You would see me driving in no man's land, and I think then for the final 15 minutes, it's just more interesting to watch the others and see what they are doing. Unfortunately, we don't see any big fights going on. Let's see what Chris is doing here. Now we can also probably rewatch the scene, kind of what happened earlier when we crashed into Bates. So here it happens soonish. Now you see me totally... My intention was to avoid hitting him, yeah? And the exact opposite happened. So that was super unfortunate. You can see him slowing down suddenly, and I'm like, oh shit. This was supposed to be my braking zone. And I wanted to like use a little bit of extra apex here. And then he just slowed down. Usually you brake here or here, and he braked already here. So I didn't really saw this coming. So yeah. And then I wanted to avoid crashing into his rear. And then yeah, you can see me ping-ponging into his car. Oh, that hurts so much, and I'm so sorry. Completely ripped the wheel off. Oh, can we see his inputs for a chance? I don't. Can we? Yeah, we can. I really want to see where he braked and who's. Yeah, I mean, it is clearly my fault, but I just want to be sure that. Yeah, okay, he's slowing down already here. Oh my goodness me, yeah. Usually you brake somewhere at shortly before the white line, I think. And then it just happens. Yeah. Yeah, so I didn't hit him initially, so I avoided hitting him from the back, and then boom. Let me actually check, like in the laps before, where did I brake? So, what was my usual braking pattern? Yeah, you see, this is where I brake initially, like here, just before the white line. I hit almost 100, and then slowly trail braking into it. This is how I usually do this. But yeah, you can't just expect from everyone braking that late. Yeah, okay. It is what it is, okay? Let's go back to live. Still 11 minutes left. I'm using the SimoCube 3 Pro, the 25 Nm version. Oh, Francis with a drive-through. Probably also speeding in the pit lane. Yeah, Pinella has to stop now. He's running out of virtual energy. So he's now recharging and refueling a little bit just for the final stint. He will probably get something between, yeah, around 30% of virtual energy to finish the race. Bunz seemingly already pitted. So that will be interesting to see where the Aston Martin driver and Pinella will meet. He's tight on virtual energy. That will be pretty tough. Because if he's running at 0%, it will be punished. I'm not running telemetry FFB currently. I kinda prefer the raw force feedback, and most simulators also give you some telemetry force feedback already, like software telemetry force feedback. Okay, let's little adjustment here towards the final position. Let's see if Bunz little overcut worked. He's just approaching the bus stop. Oh, not yet. He's still in the Blanchiment even. So that will not be enough, because I think Pinella's already done. Yeah, Pinella is here. And now Bunz in the bus stop. Nice V12 noises here from the Aston Martin. Approaching La Source and Pinella. Here we see them both in one picture, actually. And Pinella, with a comfortable lead, exits the pit lane here. All went smoothly. No drive-through either. So LMU, for example, has already, I think, pretty good road effects and also things like ABS, FFB. I think you can do 4 different sliders in terms of force feedback telemetry with the SimuCube. And it's all not that helpful, I would say, or not that great of an extra feedback that you would yeah. Oh, Doc Rock, D-Rock also with a drive-through. So more people seem to be struggling with the pit. 8 minutes left, so Pinella should be pretty safe with his amount of virtual energy, so he will have no trouble. Bunz calculated a little bit more on the tight end with 27%, but also that, considering he has a virtual energy usage of, yeah, 4.2% per lap, that would still make for another, mathematics, 6 laps, so looks quite safe for him, with only 7 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Yeah, Gallies in the Aston Martin here in P4. He has a good chance getting that P3 out of Rock. So it will either way be Ferrari and Aston Martin on the podium, but will it be Rock or Gallies? So that will be interesting to see. I think with just the drive-through, the 32-second gap should be enough for him to bring that home. But we just don't know. So here's Rock. Let's see if he's now already serving the drive-through. Oh, it sounds so beautiful, the Ferrari. No, not yet. He's doing another lap. You have 3 laps to complete that. Yeah, let's get on board with him now here for the first few corners. Yeah, there will be a review. I'm actually working on it. I wanted to have as much seat time as possible and use it in all different sims and over several weeks, and I now did that actually. Did a lot of AC Rally, lots of LMU, lots of AC Evo, AMS2, Dirt Rally 2.0, EAWRC, Race Room. So here's Bates actually fighting for P7 here. What happened to Burton? Burton is also DNF'd. Okay, watching Bates snatching that P7 from Francis. It's Ferrari 50 versus Ferrari 51. But we also have to keep our eyes on the front runners, because Rock will now probably serve his drive-through. Let's see. No, still not serving it. Still trying to stay like in the rhythm, creating an even bigger gap to Galles. But let's see here. It's the only direct battle right now on the track. Bates versus Francis. Let's get on board here with the man that we killed in exactly that corner, actually. Yeah, he seems to get a little bit more comfortable now with this braking zone. see if we can maybe get a little bit of his inputs. Yeah, he's clearly the faster car. If you look at average lap times and also the last lap. Very cautious here. Good on him. Yeah, but you can hear the lockups. It's super hard on the brakes of these cars. Especially if you have to vary your ideal line or your racing line. Yeah, you can see how hard it is really to fight these cars and get the balance right. Yeah, I think his line through Radillon, he could be a little bit more to the left and then have the transition to the right hand curb a bit more smooth, and then you can really go full throttle, flat out. But at this point we don't know how the tires will look like if they all stayed on the same tire that they started with. Yeah, it will be a hard struggle here for Bates to get the hang of it. Let's see, this time, yeah, now he serves the drive-thru. We are back in P3, so where is Gaius? He's just in Blanchimont. That won't be enough to catch Rock. Yeah, usually what do you lose? Like, I don't know, we will see like 20 seconds serving a drive-thru. Yeah, a little bit more even, 20, like it's 20 seconds. It's just 20, yeah, it's about 20 seconds, so he had a lead of 35 seconds. But it's, oh, what happened, Gallius? Oh no, he's not. Oops, that didn't work. Yeah, we're not going to see it. Yeah, sometimes you can't scroll back for other cars. It's a little bit bugged still. But yeah, Gallius just spun in the final corner. Maybe he was too committed now to catch Rock. But that should be safe then for Rock here, securing that P3. Yeah, Pinella, everyone should be safe with virtual energies, so is also fair whether he and the Peugeot on P5 should be enough still to finish the race. Let's see, where's Pinella? Oh, he's still crossing the finish line. Oh, that could be Fairweather in trouble, actually, but he's also a lap down. Where is he currently? Looking at the track map, he is... yeah, at Pouhon. So, it's only then... Yeah, he also has to finish another lap, so it won't be enough, I guess. Or maybe it will just work out. We have to see where his virtual energy is when he crosses the finish line, but he will probably sweat a little bit now. He needs one more lap. But it should be okay. He's on 7% still. Yeah, he will have more than 5% crossing the finish line. At least I hope for him. It is like that. And he will be fine. Yeah, he's okay. So no one's in trouble regarding virtual energy. And then here's Pinella, our race leader. Also about to hit traffic. Is this actually Bates? Oh, okay, Bates is behind still. Oh, actually Pinella is approaching Bates now. Let's just hope that this will go well. We've been there. But Bates is also not really, not really giving the leaders the space, right? So Pinella plays it safe. He knows, okay, it's only one more corner and I drove to victory here. Yeah, if Bates would have just waited, the race would have been over for him as well. Just saying, yeah? If you're a backmarker and the leader is coming to you, and the leader's in the final lap, if you are behind him, the race is also over for you. So you are not in the risk of losing the car in the final lap or something. So that's just a little tip maybe for you guys. So also Bunz in the pit already here, the Aston Martin in P2, and then Rock is still on its way. Yeah, on its way. No. Yeah, also safe with the virtual enemy here. And then Gaius. Easy going. Fair weather. He will probably make it as well with 3% left in the tank. Yeah, we'll wait for the guys to finish. So here, Rock, congrats here for the 3rd place. Good race for him as well. Then let's finally listen here to the Aston Martin. Limonade Ultimate, yeah. Oh, still nice. So that's also Chris in P6 and Gaius in P4 finishing the race. So it's only these guys, Francis and Bates. Yeah, so Bates was so close to Francis, but it was not enough in the end. Yeah, I'm going to watch NLS. I mean, later, tomorrow, you mean? I was at the track, actually, today. You should watch our Instagram story. I posted a little bit, some impressions from the track. I was going there today to watch a little bit of the pre-practice. But yeah, I'm probably watching the live stream tomorrow. And then Bates also made it finally. So yeah, again, Bates, big sorry for hitting you. It was not on purpose, certainly. Well, yeah, here we go. That's it for this race club event. Yeah, for you it's later. Okay, yeah, true. No, it will be nice. I'm watching the official live stream. Fingers crossed for the sim racers on track. There are a few. Not only Jimmy and Steve and Misha, but also Miyazono is racing in the Supra, the Gran Turismo world champion from Japan. And some others as well. Like, there are a few sim racers meanwhile. So fingers crossed for everyone there. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. It was not as I planned it, leading for half the race and then ouchie. Good. That's it. That's the end screen here. Le Mans Ultimate. Enjoy your weekend, guys. Yeah, enjoy Sebring, enjoy NLS, enjoy whatever you're doing, and yeah, see you next week or on Sunday. We have new videos coming, new live streams, of course. So yeah, happy to see you all again. Until then, bye bye.